Okay, we are live again. I have moved inside because it's absolutely freezing out. It's 2 minutes to 4, Saturday morning, 9/23, 2023. Let me get this up here first. And we're going to be going over a cold case in Maine that I found out about last week. So we're going to be discussing disturbing cases, violent crimes. So let me play my intro, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let me put on some music and we'll start going on this case here. First, I want to oops. Okay. Let me throw this in the comments before I forget, because I forget all the time. So I just put in the comments Culture's YouTube channel, because this is where I found out about this case, and I'm going to just try to do some digging here. So I don't know if I can share this, but what I'll do is put up her image. So there she is. This is Kimberly Moreau, and it's a cold case in Maine. She went missing 33 years ago. So let's read this. This is coming from a Facebook page because I couldn't get anything else. So this is the details of the disappearance. So Kimberly Moreau canceled her plans to attend her high school's junior prom on the night of May 10th, 1986. So that's 37 years ago. On the night of May 10th, 1986, after an argument with her boyfriend, she told us just that she was going out with friends and would return to their family's residence in Jay, Maine. So let's bring up the map. So here's Jay, Maine. I gotta be careful not to say Germain. So this is basically in the middle of nowhere. So here's Maine, which is a big state for New England. It's the biggest state in New England. And there's Jay, Maine right there. There's Augusta. This is 295, which gets into 95, which is the interstate. So let's go in here. I'm assuming this would have been the high school, middle school. But let's go back to reading this thing here. I'm assuming their junior prom was probably at the high school, you would think, right? Right, so. She told her sister that she was going out with friends and would return to their family's residence in Jay, Maine in approximately 1 hour at 11 p.m. that evening. Moreau was later seen entering a late model white Monte Carlo or Trans Am with a friend and a 25-year-old male. Moreau's friend was familiar with the man. Moreau did not bring her purse, makeup, or any of her personal belongings with her when she departed her home. So this is in 1976, so there's no such thing as a cell phone. Her friend stated that she and the male dropped Moreau off at approximately 3:45 the following morning. The friend told authorities that Moreau requested they let her out of the car on Jewel Street, 1/2 mile from Moreau's residence, which was the same street. So here's Jewel Street. So this is the street that she lives on, and she was dropped off at 3:45 in the morning. The following morning, the friend told authorities that Moreau requested they let her out of the car on Jewel Street, a half mile from Moreau's residence, which is the same street. So let's see if I can do this. Everybody knows I'm really bad at this, but let's try it. I did it. Oops. I have no idea where I'm at. Nope, we're gonna go the other way. So this is Jewel Street. So this is that river here, or I don't know what this is here. Oops. I have no idea where I am now. Oh my God. So it just basically dead ends here. It was 3:45 in the morning. Okay. Moreau did not bring her purse, makeup, or any of her personal belongings with her when she departed her home. So she was really late, obviously, because she said she was going to be home by 11. And according to her friend, they dropped her off at 3:45 the next morning. And then she was let out of the car, requested to be let out of the car 1/2 mile from Moreau's residence. So somewhere in between that street. Moreau allegedly claimed she wanted to be alone and walked the remaining distance to her house. She was never seen again. The man Moreau was last seen with is considered a person of interest in Moreau's disappearance, but has never been charged in connection with it. All right, so let's watch this. Sorry, my computer's lagging. Get on here. Okay, this is a little. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I don't. All right, let's just watch this.
Community Energy Fund of Lincoln County is here to help people with fuel assistance that may not qualify for other assistance programs that the state or the federal government offers. We have no overhead. Every dollar that we generate, we go to help people. We have a predominantly elderly population.
I don't know what I did.
A tip in one of Maine's oldest cold cases has yielded no results.
Late this morning, state police investigators searched underground on private property on Route 4 in Livermore for the remains of Kimberly Moreau. She went missing 33 years ago from the town of Jay at the age of 17. Kimberly's father, Richard, tells News Center that investigators used ground-penetrating radar and they dug up a concrete slab, but they did not find his missing daughter's remains.
A tip in one of Maine's oldest cold cases has yielded no results.
Late this morning, state police investigators searched underground on private property on Route 4 in Livermore for the remains of Kimberly Moreau. She went missing 30.
So this was published in 2019, updated same day. So this was the search site located along Route 4. Nope, I keep doing it. All right. So let's go here. Route 4. All right, so here's Route 4. So here's Route 4. This is North Route 4. So let's see how far that is from. There's J right there. What was that street's name? Jewel Street. "46 minutes." Right. So this is 46 minutes away. Here's 95. This is just a loop. Why would she be down here? That's the Androscoggin River. Okay. So this is the Androscoggin River here, and this is a pretty good sized river. All right, let's go back to this.
Three years ago from the town of
A tip in one of Maine's oldest cold cases has yielded no results.
Late this morning, state police investigators searched underground on private property on Route 4 in Livermore.
So this is done a few years ago. So this could be the latest tip search, maybe.
For the remains of Kimberly Moreau. She went missing 33 years ago from the town of Jay at the age of 17. Kimberly's father, Richard, tells NewsCenter that investigators used ground-penetrating radar and they dug up a concrete slab, but they did not find his missing daughter's remains. Richard is begging anyone with information to call him or state police.
Okay, so that's the end of that. But let's read on here. Foul play is suspected in her case. The man Morrow's last seen was considered a person of interest. And we've read that, okay. Maybe not. Okay, so we'll go here. That's why I always leave the map up, because you never know when I'm going to need it again. Okay, so this article was done December 9th, 2022. So this was after the last one in 2019. So this one is saying that this is coming from the Sun Journal. Police search Mexico location for clues to the 1986 disappearance of Kimberly Moreau. That's way up here. Holy shit. That's why nobody's heard of Mexico, Maine. I mean, I've been out here. This is no man's land here. So we're going to go directions. That's actually closer. But it's going, if you look, basically everybody in Maine lives along the coast, right? There's very few people that live inland, especially north and east of the coast. I mean, this is where 95 is. Up north here is all paper mills and shit. Up here, there's nobody up here. No, nobody. You could literally. They did a thing a few years back of how people say the middle of nowhere. Well, they actually did a study of where in the United States the middle of nowhere was, and number one came from, I think it was Utah or somewhere out west. But second place was Maine, because when you get up in here, there's nothing. There's nobody. You could literally drive, if you can find roads up here, for miles and see more wildlife than people. I mean, it's just, there's nobody in here, even in this area here. So this is pretty much out of the way. So this is 33 minutes from her last supposed known location at 3:45 in the morning. So they went down here and searched and then they went up to Mexico, Maine to search. So let's go back there. Okay, Maine State Police detectives acting on a tip searched in an area behind Jimmy's, a popular ice cream stand just off Route 2. There it is. This is the place. That looks good. That looks fantastic. Oh, look. Oh, that looks good. Jimmy's Burger. So behind So police detectives acting on the tip searched in an area behind Jimmy's, a popular ice just off of Route 2. So it must be in here. And I'm assuming that the Androscoggin River goes behind here too. All right, let me throw this music back on for now. I have to have some ambiance here. All right. Police searched the bank of the Androscoggin River off of Route 2 in Mexico this week as part of an ongoing investigation into the 1986 disappearance of Kimberly Moreau. Maine State Police detectives acting on a tip searched in an area behind Jimmy's. Off of Route 2. Bystanders said it appeared police focused on a pair of rusted out Volkswagen Beetles that have been in that location for years. That spot, locals said, has been a dumping ground for decades. So there's been a $5,000 reward, an amount that was quickly doubled by a family friend. Police did not specify what new information led them to Mexico this week. Detectives with Major Crime South are doing some follow-up work on the case in Mexico. And according to Maine State Police spokeswoman Shannon Moss, it remains an active investigation. Oh. They have never stopped working on finding Kimberly Moreau, hoping to bring her father some much-needed closure. Let's go here. Posted April 2. Oh my god, my computer just sucks right now. Just sucky, sucky, sucky. Okay, so this doesn't it. All right. So let's get out of that. Okay, this was done. When was this done? 2021. Okay, so this is before that. So let's kill this and we'll go to this.
It's important when you've been injured to think about getting an attorney right away. Some people say, well, why should I get an attorney? And that's a legitimate question. Not every
Sorry about the commercials, but it is what it is.
costs you anything. And getting a consultation very soon.
The family of a girl who went missing 35 years ago is offering a new $5,000 reward for information to find her or her remains. Kimberly Moreau of Jay went missing in 1986. She was just 17 years old. Her family last saw her when she got into a car, a late model white Monte Carlo or Trans Am. She was with a friend and a 25-year-old male. Anyone with information can contact the family at justwanttofindher@gmail.com. You can see it right there at the bottom of your screen.
That's it.
It's important when you've been injured to think about getting an
Monte Carlo, white Monte Carlo. All right, so this is a late model Monte Carlo Beautiful car. These cars were fantastic. So this is 86. So um, it would have had to been something like this or this. It wasn't this because this is an 83, 88. So it had more of the rounded design here. This was a beautiful, the Monte Carlo was a beautiful car. Trans Am. Remember this car. It was 79. So this is a 72 Trans Am here. And there's a big difference between this car and the car we were just looking at. So um, all right, let's try to see if we can find some more info here. Um, that's it. All right, let's sorry, my computer's really slow. 29 years. So this was done 2015, right? This will be a couple of episodes here for sure. Pretty sure everybody's happy about that. So this was done 2015. 29 years later, Apostle breaking the case of missing teen Kimberly Moreau. But a new search might finally bring her family answers. We've heard that before. So every year, Richard treks across Maine, hanging flyers about his daughter's case. Thousands of flyers hung on telephone poles, storefront windows, and trees. It's fair to say he's dedicated his life to bringing his youngest daughter home. His wife passed away from cancer 2 years after Kimberly went missing. He says, "I promised I would find answers, and I'm really hoping and praying that the time has come." That kind of sucks. Since Thursday, Maine State Police, aided by several other law enforcement agencies, have been scouring a 5-acre property in western Maine belonging to the last man Kimberly was seen with before she vanished, Brian Enman. Not sure. Trying to find this guy's picture. Well, I can't find his image, so I'm assuming this is a guy. No. Well, I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to see if I can get his image somewhere. Alright, so let's go back here. According to NBS affiliate WCSH, geologists and reportedly expected to bring ground penetrating radar as the day continues. Police are hoping it could solve the mystery of what exactly happened after all those years. The night before her junior prom, Kimberly headed out with a girlfriend. The night before her junior prom, Kimberly headed out with a girlfriend. It was the night of May 10th, 1986 in Jay, Maine. That girlfriend, Rhonda Breton, told investigators that the two had met up with two men in their 20s. One of them, Brian Edmond. Later that evening, Kimberly briefly stopped home. See, this is where you don't get exact information here, because it said before, it said she left at 11 and wasn't seen. It was dropped off at 3:45. So she briefly stopped home, leaving her purse and keys behind. The only family member around at the time was one of her two older sisters, Karen. Oh, okay, so that's probably between 10 and 11, you think? That's why she said she was going to be home at 11. She told Karen she was going for a ride and would be back soon. Diane Levesque, the second of Kimberly's older sisters, told Dateline NBC she left her things. She wasn't leaving for long. Edmund told police that he dropped Kimberly off about a half a mile from her home at her request. He insists he had absolutely nothing to do with her disappearance. Although this case is not classified as a homicide, police say they do suspect foul play. Richard, along with several other family members, have been camped out along the road outside the property while the search is underway. I don't want to hear the news over the phone. I want to be the first person they see when they have news for us. Richard says, I've been waiting 29 years. But if there's news, I want it right away. So if you know anything, call this number, Maine State Police, 1-888-524-7900, 1-888-524-7900. So apparently the last person to see her is this guy, Brian Edmond, and her friend, Rhonda Breton, and another guy. Let's jump over to this one here, and then I'll get out of here. It's almost 5 o'clock. There's a lot of information on this case, though. It's awesome. So this was done in, I believe this was done 4 days after that one. Search suspended after fourth day produces no results in Kimberly Moreau case. Maine State Police and the Oxford County Sheriff's Office Sunday searched a Canton property be purchased because of Brian Edmond. Maine State Police have temporarily suspended their search for the remains of a 17-year-old J girl who disappeared in 1986, saying their extensive examination of the Canton property owned by the last person to have seen her alive proved fruitless. We want fruitful. Detective Sergeant Mark Holmquist of the Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit said Sunday night that a fourth day of searching for Kimberly Moreau, 5 acres owned by Brian Emmett, did not cover any human remains. They said it might resume at some later date. Canton? So that's right over here. That's a 16-minute drive. So he purchased off of one. Let me share this. So here's Jewel Street, Canton. So this is 108. Here's the river again. My opinion, if she's anywhere, she's probably in this river somewhere. Can I do it? We are in the woods. So funny. I am just really, I apologize. I'm really bad at this. So this is 140. Oops. Nice place. We need to be down here. Okay, this is 108. So the river is kind of right here. Right here, I think. There's a lake here too. Lake, but like I said, this is like the middle of nowhere. You'll see these little towns, and then you'll get outside of these little towns here, and then you could be literally lost for days until you get to Canada, and then find out you don't want to be in Canada. So, yeah, I've been here an hour. So I'm going to get out of here at 5 o'clock. I'll do another live on this next week because this is interesting. This was 86, right? So, I mean, so if you get out of here, you get 95 right here. Sometimes these things aren't that simple, right? Sometimes you want to blame the boyfriend or the guy that she was with, but I'd like to know exactly what happened that night from the friend. but you might not get any straight answers either. So this is where they were searching first here. Second, I think. This place looks pretty cool. I mean, there's names like this. You'll find these places all over the place. But like I said, nobody lives up here. It's everybody's on the coast. I mean, there's some people in here, but like I said, you get there's some people in Maine that don't even know where J Maine is. I mean, they're way over it here. We used to go up to Maine a lot. So like I said, I'll get out of here. I'm going to probably do another live on this next week. But it's an interesting case because it doesn't make any sense to me. No case does. But I'll see everybody later. It's Saturday morning, 5 o'clock. I hope everybody has a great week. And if anybody's watching on a replay, thank you very much. Like and subscribe if you want. You don't have to. I'll play my outro and get out of here. But everybody have a great weekend. Thank you.